This is why you need to know about Hiroo Onoda, the soldier who fought a war alone for 29 years. His story is one of incredible dedication, unwavering loyalty, and a profound misunderstanding that kept him isolated from the world for nearly 3 decades. Hiroo Onoda was a Japanese soldier with a mission to sabotage enemy airstrips in World War II. Born on March 19, 1922 in Kainan, Wakayama Prefecture, Japan, Onoda was the son of a teacher and grew up in a disciplined environment. His early life was marked by a strong sense of duty and honor, values that would later define his extraordinary journey. Trained in guerrilla warfare, he vanished into the Philippine jungle in 1944. Onoda was part of a special commando unit, and his training was rigorous, focusing on survival skills, sabotage techniques, and the art of blending into the environment. His mission was clear: disrupt enemy operations and gather intelligence, no matter how long it took. But when the war ended in 1945, no one told him. The world celebrated the end of the conflict with joyous scenes of victory and relief. However, in the dense jungles of Lubang Island, Onoda remained oblivious to these developments. He continued to carry out his orders, believing that the war was still raging on. Onoda dismissed news of Japan's surrender as enemy propaganda. Leaflets were dropped from planes announcing the end of the war and urging remaining soldiers to surrender. But Onoda, ever cautious and suspicious, saw these messages as a trick by the enemy to lure him out of hiding. His training had ingrained in him a deep mistrust of any information that did not come directly from his superiors. For 29 years he stayed hidden, convinced his orders to fight and never surrender were still valid. Onoda's life in the jungle was one of constant vigilance and survival. He built makeshift shelters, hunted for food, and avoided contact with the local population, whom he believed were enemy collaborators. His commitment to his mission was absolute, and he was prepared to endure any hardship to fulfill his duty. Decades passed with leaflets, loudspeakers, and even former comrades trying to tell him the war was over. Efforts to reach Onoda became increasingly desperate. Loudspeakers blared messages in Japanese, and former comrades were sent to the island to search for him. Yet Onoda remained elusive, always one step ahead, driven by an unshakable belief in his mission. But Onoda's loyalty was unshakable. His sense of duty and honor were deeply rooted in the samurai code of Bushido, which emphasized loyalty, courage, and self-sacrifice. Onoda's unwavering commitment to these principles made him a symbol of steadfastness, even as the world around him changed beyond recognition. It wasn't until 1974, when his former commanding officer personally told him the war had ended, that Onoda finally accepted reality. Major Yoshimi Taniguchi, Onoda's former superior, traveled to Lubang Island to deliver the news in person. Only then did Onoda believe that his mission was over. The moment was both poignant and surreal, as decades of isolation and dedication came to an abrupt end. Emerging from the jungle in uniform, Onoda handed over his sword in surrender. The act of surrender was deeply symbolic, representing the end of his long and solitary battle. Onoda's uniform was tattered, but his spirit remained unbroken. He handed over his sword with a sense of solemnity, acknowledging the end of an era. His extreme loyalty was both heroic and tragic. Onoda's return to civilization was met with a mixture of admiration and sorrow. Many saw him as a hero, a man who had remained true to his principles against all odds. Others viewed his story as a tragic reminder of the futility of war and the human cost of unwavering loyalty. During his isolation, he mistakenly killed about 30 villagers, thinking they were the enemy. These tragic incidents were a result of Onoda's deep-seated belief that he was still at war. The villagers, unaware of his presence, became unintended victims of his relentless pursuit of his mission. These actions cast a shadow over his legacy, highlighting the devastating consequences of his prolonged isolation. Onoda's story is a blend of unwavering duty and the haunting consequences of misplaced perseverance. His life in the jungle was a testament to his resilience and determination, but it also underscored the tragic cost of his unyielding loyalty. Onoda's struggle was not just against the physical challenges of the jungle, but also against the psychological toll of his isolation. He lived in a time capsule, fighting a ghost war while the world moved on. As the world progressed and modernized, Onoda remained trapped in a bygone era. His existence was a stark contrast to the rapid changes happening around him. The juxtaposition of his solitary struggle with the bustling development of the modern world highlighted the profound disconnect between his reality and the world outside. After returning to Japan, he was seen as both a hero and a relic. Onoda's homecoming was a moment of national reflection. He was celebrated for his unwavering dedication, but his story also served as a poignant reminder of the past. Onoda became a living symbol of a bygone era, a relic of a war that had long since ended. Onoda's life is a sobering reminder of the human cost of war and the complexities of loyalty. His story challenges us to consider the true meaning of duty and the impact of unwavering loyalty. Onoda's experience serves as a powerful reflection on the sacrifices made by soldiers and the enduring scars of conflict. His decades-long mission is a powerful tale of a soldier lost in time. Onoda's journey is a testament to the enduring human spirit and the complexities of war. His story is a reminder that the consequences of conflict extend far beyond the battlefield, affecting the lives of those who serve and the communities they leave behind. Onoda's legacy is a poignant reflection on the nature of duty, loyalty, and the passage of time.